And that over there is our chariot to Paris today. It's basically as tall as the airport building itself, and it's the ASL Airlines 737-200. I mean, not 200, 700. You know, it's plane. Flug. Talk more about Flug when we get on Flug. But for now, wait. Drenched. It's a little rainy out. The plane's a little planey out. He's getting his passport a little rainy. Happens. It's a feature. It's quite nice, though. We love L-plane. And a Fluke. Oh my god, the stairs are branded. Yes, why wouldn't they be, I guess? Currently on the plane, the seat branding, really, all the branding is very generic. It's really just mystery. Charter airline, 737. And, I mean, literally, it's like the size of the entire airport building. It's truly fascinating that this flight even operates in the first place. I don't know if there's service, I don't know if we get water, I don't know how any of this, I don't know how anything works. I don't. I mean, we'll figure it out. It's only supposed to be 5 hours and 30 minutes to Paris, hopefully. Seat's very tiny. Otherwise, yeah, seems okay enough. I guess we shall wait to see. Takeoff might be a little scary.
If the cabin air supply fails, oxygen mask will automatically drop from the panel above you. If needed, remove your face mask, pull the mask down to release the oxygen, cover your mouth and nose, and
taken off. Very extreme. We're slowly working our way above the cloud and the weather layer. This plane, they can't actually fill it because of weight.
at the front and two at the rear. Paper bags for waste at your disposal or on request.
Fascinatingly, they can't actually fill this plane because of weight reasons. It couldn't take off if it was fully loaded. So they can only put, I think, 115 out of 140 something people on it. So now I begin the climb out of Saint Pierre onto the North Atlantic track. This is such an oddity. There's also there's no service or management of the airspace we want to go into, so it's so many questions, not that many answers. And then much to my surprise, there's a meal service with a piece of bread, over dessert, chicken, some, I don't know how you call that, carrot salad, water, and a branded cup. I want to steal a stack of. It's quite cool. I'll give you the food review after I eat it. Since 5:30 doing laundry, I don't want to talk about it. The dryers don't really work. I had to dry half the clothes, hang them out to dry. It's a process. I'm looking forward to some food. This looks fascinatingly good. So food review, honestly, all of it is very, very good. Comically, a little baby bell. But yeah, I'm very happy. This is very hungry. I'm just not sure if we get food this entire flight. There's really no information online about it. It does seem a week before we're flying on it. Noel Phillips did he's using the process of doing a video, but it usually takes him about a month to put those out. And it's going to obviously be more central about the flight that we're on right now, less about the actual sort of struggles that Saint Pierre has. But yeah, I mean, the flight is full. The flight was seemingly full coming back yesterday. I mean, it definitely seems to serve as this vital air link to kind of like the rest of the globe, per se. Because, I mean, from CDG you can get anywhere. And this is the only way to do it directly. Everyone we spoke to doing interviews on Saint Pierre were talking about the the struggles of getting to and from Europe with the shopkeepers. She had to fly from like France to Frankfurt, Frankfurt to Montreal, Montreal to Saint Pierre, or Montreal to Halifax, and Halifax to Saint Pierre. You're very limited in where you can go because it's either St. John's, Montreal, or Halifax. So you have to transit through Canada. It's just, the process is not simple whatsoever. And this flight only operates 12 times a year in the summer months. So even then, this is a vital air link, but it's not like something that happens daily. So it's been fascinating just learning about the intricacies of all of this because it's valuable. Well, I'm in the bathroom now. It's very, actually, it's kind of normal sized. Not bad. I mean, I guess it is just a 737 pound size. It's tiny, but this is honestly the same size as every other one I've ever been in. It is, you know, it's got the old halogen. Nothing special. The funny thing is, if Noel Phillips did do his video, I mean, his famous Noel Phillips loo review, which I am probably in the same loo that he was in a week ago because it's the same plane, because this is apparently the only plane that can actually land on the island, which is rather comical. Yeah, it's very cool. It seems to be a mishmash of remnants of branding and such. ASL hasn't done a lot to the plane on their own, which kind of makes sense. They don't really need to. I've never heard of them outside of this, and this is a charter flight, and this seems to be one of their charter-focused aircraft. But yeah, it's quite cool. Quite cool. They also apparently have duty-free, and I'm going to go buy some keychains. Approximately 4 or 5 hours later, a couple naps, we've now reached continental Europe. There's land. Not exactly sure how long it took, because I did have a bit of a nap. There is no Wi-Fi service on board, so your guess is as good as mine. But yeah, the overall flight experience has been quite good. I'm fascinated with how it'll be handled in CDG, because technically this is like an internal France to France flight, but obviously not Schengen, so I imagine there's got to be some degree of customs. I just don't know how. And the whole process even coming here was rather manual. We boarded and they crossed names off the list to know you boarded the plane. So yeah, very interested to see how this will all be handled once we get on the ground. Brings us to lovely day at CDG. It is a little terrifying to think how the plane here uses up all the runway landing, but the plane in Saint Pierre has none of the runway. And we've made it now. Let's wait for bags. The airport's very empty. This seems to be a very tiny corner of CDG I've never been to before. Immigration took all of 2 seconds, which is nice. I'll put some pictures on screen. There's Concorde and some other cool stuff off by the remote stand. Apparently you're not allowed to take pictures, but Andrew got a bunch of B-roll, so I'll throw some of that up on screen over my voice. But yeah, it's quite good, quite good. Service was amazing. Flight times were good. It's only 7:30, got in half an hour early. Like, it's been a really good flight experience. Now we've made it, luckily. It's only a bit of a short walk to the hotel. There's like a tunnel or something we go through. We're in some corner of CDG I've never seen before, but yeah, you know, pretty good little flight. We've made it to our wonderful Ibis, Weebis, Chebis. I don't know how you call the Ibises, the Ibises, the hotels or whatever. One cool thing is it has the nice European windows, and you can look outside and just watch the airport. So that's cool. I like that. I do enjoy a good bit of plane spotting. There's a Concorde somewhere over there that's, you know, the CDG Concorde. A really good view of the tower, and sunset looks quite pretty. It is hot as balls here, though, and the air conditioning in the room doesn't seem to be working, as in accordance with a nice hot European summer. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of the end of anything that's going on today. Tomorrow we will go to Germany. Yay! Not really. But yeah, it should be fascinating. Yay. So see you guys tomorrow. Bye.